Chapter 12 to 14. Third person POV. Present time. In the realm of demons, a world plagued by constant battles, cries and death. The air thick with demonic magicules, in amounts that spawn newborn demons every other day, trembles as three opposing forces battle it out for supremacy. Laying on the ground are demons who were bold enough to throw away their lives by getting involved in the battle between these juggernauts. Most were dead, others are just a step away from dying at any moment. The three beings in question are none other than Argent, Rouge and Noir. The three of them over the years have cemented themselves as the most powerful in the underworld. None could come close to their power. Their fellow primordials were left in the dust. The growth of the three was just too insurmountable. The only one who could at least give a good fight is Blanc, but she knows better than to recklessly pick a fight without a good strategy. That is just how outmatched they were. Primordial demons such as themselves are no strangers to a hard-fought battle, they grow and learn with each battle, but those three were on another level. Possessing cunning, power and efficiency, the others couldn't keep up. Their battles are so intense that lesser demons unfortunate to be near the battle site die from the overwhelming aura they release. Greater demons and archdemons are petrified and dare not come close. Alas, there are those who wish to try their luck with the primordials. The countless demons laying dead on the floor was the outcome of their foolishness. The battle between the three rages on with no one gaining the upper hand, it would seem. It may look like a free-for-all battle, but that is far from the truth. The one being attacked the most is Argent, who has to defend and evade against attacks from the two powerhouses. You really are a difficult one, aren't you? Even while being outnumbered, you're not budging, ha 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 ha. Fine then, I'll just have to get serious. Rouge said with a crazy smile on his face. He is enjoying the battle just like the others. Although, it wasn't an intentional team-up, Rouge and Noir are matching each other's pace to attack Argent. These guys are so unfair. It's tasking for me to fight them both. They are the strongest of the primordials, Argent thought. I really commend your strength, Argent. Your efficiency is unmatched. Even after fighting for weeks, your energy is just slightly above half your full capacity. This really is annoying and fun at the same time, Kufufufu. Noir said. You guys aren't so bad yourselves. Argent replied. They have less than a quarter of the full energy capacity, but are still fighting so vigorously. Their energy efficiency is crazy. It's because of them I've had to improve my own usage of energy. Although I have the largest magicules capacity amongst the primordials, it will mean nothing if I waste it. I learned that the hard way during my first few bouts with Veldanava. I do have a trump card though, my unique skills. Predator can predate any attack they throw at me, analyze it and turn it into energy I can use. Great Sage helps in analyzing their fighting style, magic and help predict any attacks or feints. The battle raged on until Rouge and Noir had no energy to fight. Argent automatically became the winner. After my fight with Noir and Rouge, in which I let them live, I decided it was time to go check up on the demons I tasked with building me a house. One fun fact I've learned is that if you destroy the hard core of a primordial demon, when they resurrect, they are subordinated to the one who kills them, but there is no compulsion into servitude nor absolute obedience to orders. I want to try it, but having those warmongering demons as my subordinates will come back to bite me in the ass. They could just go against orders and stab me in the back. That's how crazy these guys are. Anyway, back to my territory. It's been how long since I gave them the task again? Less than notice. 109 years. Greater than. That's right. A year into the construction I asked what was taking them so long. They said they have to build a place worthy of my excellence. It was headache-inducing. I just wanted a place to stay and call home in this pit called hell, but these guys won't let me have it. From the layout, I could tell they were planning on building an enormous structure. I told them I only wanted a small place where I could stay since I'll be the only one there. At first I had an idea of building a Japanese cottage, but when I noticed how the demons were turning a deaf ear to my idea and investing themselves in creating some mega structure, I just gave up. Flying for a couple minutes, I got to my territory and what greeted me was just. These guys really built a freaking castle. It is huge. I flew down to where I noticed the demons in charge of all this. When the demons noticed my presence, they all bowed down in reverence. Welcome back, Argent-sama, they all said in unison. It made me feel like they practiced this beforehand. Hi everyone, I just came back to check if you were done only to find that you've built me a slaughterhouse. I said, that place doesn't look like home at all. Anyone who sees that would be instantly filled with dread. Your words are too kind, my lord. This is just the least we can do as faithful demons under your lineage. One of the head demons said. But that wasn't a compliment though. I thought, well, guess there's nothing I can do about it. Fine then, let me check out my castle. I walked to inspect what they've built. The entrance was majestic, fitting for nobility and royalty, but the skull at the top of the entrance gave me mixed feelings, but okay. It may be enough to scare some demons, but it definitely won't work on the primordials. On getting inside, my jaw dropped. This was beyond spectacular. The walls and ceilings were lined with decorations that would put most castles to shame. I have to admit, they really have outdone themselves. But that sentiment was broken the next second. The castle, it's too big. We've been walking for more than 15 minutes and haven't gotten to the throne room. We kept walking through corridors after corridors. I felt like I would get lost if I'm not careful. Eventually we got to the throne room and it is just as luxurious as I thought it would be, the throne as well as magnificent. It's too high for my liking, but I'll put up with it since they really put a lot of work into it. Argent-sama, your throne, one of the head demons said. I'm starting to get frustrated by the fact that I have no name to refer to these guys with. I'm not sure about naming since it's dangerous for both the named and the namer. HHHHMMM. I'll figure that out later on. Thinking that I walked up the stairs leading to my throne. Once there I sat on it, looking down at the demons that filled the hallway of the room. They all knelt down in reverence, bowing their heads. Even if I tell them to stop, they won't listen. Whatever, I'll get used to it eventually. Rise, I said. They all stood up looking at me like I'm a god. It will be difficult to get used to this. Anyway, I have to appreciate them for their work done. This isn't something one does half-heartedly, they put their hearts and soul to it. Thank you for your hard work. I'm really pleased. I'll be expecting more from you. I said with a genuine smile on my face. We are honored by your words. My lord, we lowly demons aren't worthy of such words of praise from you. One of the head of the demons in my lineage said while bowing along with the others. Yes, my lord, we are yours to use. It is our duty to fulfill the needs and desires of my lord. Head demon number 2 said. Just accept my appreciation, goddamn it. These guys are gonna give me a headache. They really are hardworking and hardworking people should always be rewarded. I should definitely reward them. But what do I give them? I kept thinking of the right reward to give but nothing came up. If I said their reward is them becoming my subordinates, I'm sure they'd be really happy. But that isn't really a good enough reward since I've long since accepted them as my subordinates. I guess I have no choice. I looked down at the 2 head demons from my throne, sizing them up. As a reward for your hard work I will name you 2. I said authoritatively. In terms of magicals, I have more than 5 times what they each possess. If I'm careful, I won't hurt myself or them either. All I have to do is give a proportionate amount of magicals as the named. It wasn't a big deal, but they didn't think so as I did. They had shocked faces. I know how they feel. To receive a name is of the highest honor for a monster or any magical being, and here I am giving names to my subordinates like it's nothing. I know the risks, so I won't go overboard. Although we primordials will always be reborn after death, I have no plan of dying the second time. I am also eager to see if they will evolve to the next level above an archdemon, since those 2 seem like really high-ranking archdemons. Argent-sama, we are more than satisfied enough to remain unnamed. As long as we serve you for all of eternity we are more than grateful. I refuse, you having names will be much convenient for me. Saying that I started thinking of names to give. Looking at the youngest looking among the 2 I say. From now on your name will be Amon. The second I said that, I felt my magicals leave me. I felt a little bit weakened. To think Veldanava-san just goes around naming his subordinates like it's nothing. He has just unlocked a new level of respect in my heart for him. I looked at the now named Amon to see a beautiful silver-haired teen. His power has skyrocketed but less than notice. Analysis shows that the individual named Amon remains an archdemon. Greater than. This is disappointing. Here I thought I finally see someone evolve past the archdemon level. But his power far surpasses other archdemons. Once he was done evolving, Amon kneeled. I thank you for granting me a name, Argent-sama. I shall use this power to forever serve you. He said with a tone that shows that his reverence for me has skyrocketed. He looks more human. His most prominent feature are his red eyes and silver-colored hair. He will be very useful in running errands and helping me look after all these demons who want to serve me. 'Cause I sure am not gonna be the one to look after them. I look next to Aemon, to see the older looking demon. Your name will be Baphomet. My magicals left me weakened further. I will stop right here. These two are more than enough to look after the other demons for me. They are long-lived and as such won't be beaten so easily by other demons except the primordials. I really hope Baphomet evolves past the archdemon race. I thought in my heart. I waited for him to evolve and once he did, I was left disappointed. Oh well, Veldanava did say he blocked our evolutionary path in exchange for free will and ego. It was worth trying though. I wonder just what does it take to evolve past the archdemon level. Baphomet's strength also increased to an absurd level. Just imagine him having silver-colored hair, folded hands. I thank you for bestowing this lowly one a name. I swear to use this power for you and you only, my lord. Baphomet said, I will be counting on you, Aemon and Baphomet. Do not let me down. I said with all seriousness. Hi Argent Sama, they both said in unison while kneeling. The other demons in the room bowed as well. That reminds me. The demons not belonging to my lineage who wish to leave can do so now. You're free and next time you test me, I won't be so kind. I said, giving them all a menacing look while releasing my aura. They cowered in the face of my aura, kneeled then fled my castle. I hope I never have to deal with them. I need to rest to regain my lost magicals. Aemon, guide me to my chambers. As you wish, my lord. I might really end up getting lost in my own castle. Millions of years passed by with nothing of note happening in the underworld. Demons of different sizes, strength and respective colors are born and killed. It is an expected outcome. No matter what they do, they can never hope to reach the pinnacle of the underworld due to the presence of the primordials. Beings of unparalleled power in this desolate realm of death. As time passes by, they grow in strength, battling one another to prove their strength and superiority. The one whose terror has spread throughout the realm, to the far reaches of hell, is none other than Argent. Despite living a quiet and peaceful life in his territory, there were demons unfortunate enough to intrude upon it. He didn't even have to move a muscle because his subordinates were more than enough to take care of them. Through the years, the number of demons of the silver lineage who have come to worship and pledge their allegiance to their god has increased to an absurd number. They were so much that Argent had to expand his territory to accommodate them all. Unknown to Argent, a temple had already been built in his territory by his subordinates to accept those who wish to dedicate their lives to their god. According to them, it is a way to separate the truly honored ones from the ones who originate from the other primordials. Every day they wage wars in the name of their god, expanding his territory while gaining strength in order to be able to be of help to their god. This act left the other primordials scratching their heads at how loyal and devoted the demons of the silver lineage are to their progenitor, while they are annoyed at how the demons from their own lineage stupidly provoke a fight from them. This has earned the respect of the primordials for the silver lineage. They are different from the other demons of other colors. They have a semblance to the black lineage due to being whimsical and don't always pursue power like the others. Nonetheless, they are battle-hungry and will not back away from a fight and the chance to grow stronger for their lord. They are a group of non-negotiable demons who have only the interest of their god in mind. Although Argent did not accept all of them as his subordinates, he did give them the honor to be of use to him in any way they can after seeing their determination to be under him. His main subordinates include Aemon and Baphomet and the 600 demons under them. As a result of their coordinated nature, it is difficult for most demons to fight them all together. While the residents of the underworld are being threatened by the fanatical demons of the silver lineage, the primordial of the said troublemakers on the other hand. Argent's Pav, my sense of time has been completely warped. I don't even bother to keep count. If not for the occasional spars I have with the primordials, I would die of boredom in here. The underworld isn't an entertaining and color-filled world. It's a world of death and chaos. The number of demons I have killed just because they thought I was some casual demon of the silver lineage is countless. I mostly stay in my castle to avoid any problems. I only leave if I feel like stretching my muscles by going for a walk, sparring with the primordials, or if I have to test out new spells and skills on unsuspecting demons. Since I have nothing else to do, I just come up with new spells or train how to use my skills effectively. My only saving grace is Veldanava-san. Due to how much energy it takes to leave the underworld through a hellgate and construct a magic body, I've been unable to leave frequently. I first have to gather a large amount of energy, which I do by consuming demons with Predator, but it's time consuming. It does give me a way for me to learn to use my skills better. Veldanava-san always came through by summoning me. We would have long talks about our experiences, spar and just explore the world. The humans have developed to a certain degree. They have gone past the Stone Age long ago. My adventures with Veldanava taught me about how humans and the other races came to be. The high humans and vampires were created by Twilight Valentine, using his own genetic materials. The first of their kind who act as the progenitor to the rest are named Jahil and Luminous Valentine respectively. Elves and dwarves were created by incarnating wind and earth spirits into high human vessels. Their progenitors are Sylvia and Gurin respectively. The sirens and Enki were made the same way but with water and fire spirits. It was fascinating seeing how everything came to be. I was really grateful to Veldanava for giving me the chance to experience it. During our free time I would spar with him but I still haven't won. I don't think I will ever win but a demon can dream. The last time we sparred, he promised me a sword. Flashback. In an open field, full of evergreen trees and grasses. Two silhouettes were blitzing with incredible speed, each trying to gain an upper hand on the other. They both were exchanging fast hand strikes. Parry, block, attack, a never-ending cycle. It would seem at first that both are equal in power, but that is so far from the truth. Tisk, this is getting nowhere. Saying that is the silver blue-haired figure who sneakily materialized a sword using material creation and swung the sword with all his might to catch his opponent off guard. Ha 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 ha, if you think you can get past my senses then you are severely mistaken, Argent. If you want to fight with swords then let's do it. Argent's opponent materialized his own sword. The moment the sword appeared, it emanated a powerful aura that warped the space around it. Argent knew his sword made from magicals couldn't even compare with a sword forged from the strongest and hardest material in the world. Nonetheless, he steeled himself to fight. With each exchange, it was made clear who was winning. Argent deflected an incoming attack but the force behind the strike pushed him backward. He pressed on delivering vertical, horizontal and diagonal slashes while occasionally parrying incoming attacks. Argent was worn out. He has been fighting for over 7 hours and still there has been no change to the tide of the battle. He knows that Veldanava is holding back greatly, that's why he's giving his best to at least scratch him. You are not even that adept at using a sword, yet I'm being overwhelmed. Gah, I feel like crying. This is so unfair, Argent whined. Ha ha ha, in the face of absolute power, even your honed techniques and skills would be meaningless. Veldanava taunted. I must admit though, your sword skill is phenomenal. I just know that you and Dino will hit it off as friends. Isn't he your right-hand man? Who is acclaimed to be your sword? Argent asked. Yes, he is a master swordsman. He is hard-working but pretty laid back just like you. Veldanava said. Thanks I guess. Argent relied. They kept clashing swords. Argent's sword was breaking apart. He is trying his best to keep it from falling apart but to no avail. Let's end this here. Your sword can't handle any more of this. Veldanava ended the battle. I agree. I'm almost out of energy. My magic body has reached its limit. Argent said while examining his body. I almost had you there and you know it. If not for the difference in sword level, I would have wiped the floor with you. Argent boasted. Ha 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 ha, not in a million years, Argent. I do admit you are a better sword user but your swords made from magicals hold you back. How about I make you a sword? One meant for only you. A sword? I don't mind. I'm sure it's gonna be op since you'll be the one making it. Who wouldn't want an OP weapon created by God himself? Count me in. Okay then, it will take some time to prepare. Come look for me in about 100,000 years from now. 100,000 years? What in the world are you making that would take so long? It's just a sword, you know. Argent said. In order for the strength of the sword to reach a sufficient level, I'll bath it in magicals for that long. Okay then, I'll hold you up on that promise. Thanks again for everything, Argent said. No need to thank me, it's also a way for me to unwind after so much work. Veldanava replied. So much work? Isn't it your subordinates that do all the work? You are just as laid back as I am. Argent cheekily said. You have it all wrong, I do work a lot. I supervise the work of my subordinates and go over their reports. My workload increases day by day so you can't say I'm slacking off. Veldanava tried to defend himself. Give it whatever name you want. We both know you don't like to work. You especially try as much as possible to avoid paperwork. You should learn to take responsibility like me. I'm telling you, paperwork is the enemy of an immortal. It mentally drains one dry. Maybe you should come around sometime and help me with my paperwork. Oh shit, I messed up. No way I'm gonna agree to that. Veldanava till now is watching over the multitude of worlds within the Omniverse. The paperwork from such a task isn't little, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Thought Argent. No, I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable. Argent tries desperately to avoid the situation. No, we are friends, there is no way you would make me feel uncomfortable, on the contrary I could use your positive and upbeat personality in that workspace of mine. No, your subordinates don't take kindly to races aside from angels. Most especially Feldway and Cornu, so let's leave it as it. Oh my, would you look at the time I should be going, the magic body is dissipating. I'll come for the sword next time. Bye. Saying that, Argent vanished from the material world. Tisk, he escaped. I really wouldn't mind if he helps with my paperwork. Those angels are always kissing my ass. Oops, ha, it seems I've been heavily influenced by Argent. Someone of my status shouldn't be cussing like that. I should go check on those kids. Saying that, Veldanava always vanished from the physical world. Flashback ends. Argent's POV. It's been a little over 1,000,000 years since that time. 100,000 years have far passed. I would gone sooner, but the demons of my lineage are always causing trouble. I've been working my ass off to stop them from doing something that would get them killed. Can you believe one of them actually tried to conquer a small land in the territory of Blanc? It infuriated Blanc so much she literally nuked my territory. If I wasn't quick enough to erect defensive barriers, my castle and everything in my territory would have evaporated. It took some time to calm her down because a fight eventually broke out between us. Fortunately I was able to subdue her. She is a challenging opponent to face. She is just as cunning and meticulous as Rouge and Noir. To add salt to injury, after my hard-fought battle with Blanc, John and Violet had the audacity to attack. Since Blanc and I were worn out from the earlier battle, they thought it best to attack us at that time. I was so pissed, honestly, I didn't hold back while dealing with those two. John's fighting style involves blowing things up, it's why I choose not to fight her in my territory. To prove me right, she launched a large-scale nuclear magic from the onset of the battle which destroyed half my castle and many other structures constructed by my subordinates. Long story short, in a fit of rage I killed those two. I was able to have peace of mind for about 1,000 years, since it takes the primordials that long to be revived, with the exception of Noir, who get revived instantly. I don't know how long it would take me to be revived, since I've never lost a battle and I don't plan on getting myself killed by those bunch. Anyways, it's been so long, I should go check up on Veldanava-san. I wonder how strong my sword is gonna be. I've gathered a lot of energy by killing hundreds of thousands of demons. My subordinates also provide me offerings in large numbers. The energy I've saved up should last me a few months or so. Now, which Hellgate to use? To my knowledge there are only 4 Hellgates in existence. Many years ago, after the emergence of humans and other intelligent races, Veldanava tasked some primordials to watch over the gate and prevent demons from escaping and causing havoc. The ones given such task are Blanc, Violet, John and Noir. The gate closest to Veldanava's place is located at Violet's territory. But I'm reluctant to go through there since she'll most definitely attack me. I have no choice though. Argent's POV. Luckily I was able to reason with Violet for the first time. Although before she allowed me to use the gate she did request for a spar. It was a friendly one in which she just wanted to test the efficacy of the magic poisons she created. Oh boy, were those poisons dangerous. Some have the capability to rot the astral body down to the soul, which is dangerous for spiritual beings, while some burns the energy and life force of any being killing them. I agreed, since I myself would also learn from the battle, and I was right. With great sage, I was able to learn how to concoct such deadly poisons. Cuckoo, my enemies better watch out, cause I'll using these to give them a painful or painless death depending on my mood. Anyways, I'm standing in front of the Hell Gate. I run my hand through the carvings on the door, then pushing it open. Behind it is a portal that leads to the material world. I walk through the gate, and as I did I felt my energy deplete to an absurd degree. The debuff spiritual beings get when entering the physical realm is no joke. The near infinite power I'm accustomed to while in the underworld vanished instantly. I feel vulnerable right now. The moment I made to the other side, I immediately made use of the energy I had previously gathered to make a sturdy magic body and replenish my energy to a certain level. In front of me is a lush plain of greens. In the distance is a town built not too long ago. At the center of the town is a tall and imposing tower. It is coincidental that Heaven's Tower, a relic created by Veldanava-san to be a point of entry to heaven, is adjacent to Violet's domain. I made my way To the tower to first greet its inhabitants. They are new subordinates working under WADEVV. Flying over the town, I notice the new structures that have been erected near the tower. They weren't here before. Not only that, but the races occupying this land are new to me. They are giants, a race similar to their ancestors. I don't know much about them, but I was informed about their ancestors by WADEVV. It happened thousands of years ago. An evil giant god emerged from the depths of the earth, wreaking havoc wherever it went. Eventually, WADEVV intervened and managed to defeat the giant, splitting it into 3 separate entities. 2 of them renounced their malevolent ambitions and strived for redemption, while the third brother clung to his wicked ways and was subsequently sealed away by WADEVV. As a reward for their change of heart, WADEVV granted the 2 brothers a parcel of land and entrusted the eldest with the duty of guarding the Heavens Tower to prevent the third brother's release. That was what I was told. I don't know how these giants roaming the town came to be. Landing not far from the tower, I decided to walk the rest of the way. The giants were looking at me warily. Now that I have a closer look, these guys are huge, standing at 2-2.5 meters tall. Most of the giants are muscular, though skinny and chubby specimens also exist. They sport a wide variety of hair colors. I can feel the explosive strength they each possess from where I stand. To avoid any problems, I walk over to someone who looks to be in charge. He was heading towards me as well. He is tall and very muscular. He is strong. I would definitely find it hard if I were to fight him. Halt! Who are you and what business do you have here? He yelled. Geez, so loud. I replied, I'm here to see WADEVV. You can just tell him Argent is here. The moment I said my name, he looked frightened like I'm a monster or something. You are the friend of WADEVV. I apologize for my rude behavior earlier. We don't usually have visitors as strong as you except WADEVV and his angels. We have been expecting you. Please follow me, he said while leading the way. I followed quietly without complaining. I would also be wary if a strong person suddenly popped into my territory without my knowledge. I go by the name Basara. It is a pleasure to meet the one WADEVV speaks highly of. The giant introduced himself. You can call me Argent. I replied shortly. I'm quite curious as to how the giants came to be. Maybe I should ask him. The last time I visited here, giants such as yourselves didn't exist. Did WADEVV create you guys? I asked, trying to be as polite as possible. No, actually I and my sister are the ancestors of the giants you see around, while we both were made from the flesh of Dagruel-sama and his brother. He replied. Oh, then you were made by Twilight then? I inquired. Yes, he answered curtly. We walked for a few seconds before I suddenly felt an overwhelming presence approaching. I looked forward to see a man with the appearance of a middle-aged man with blue eyes and slicked back blue hair. He has 3 tattoos on his face resembling long teardrop-like lines, 1 at the center of his forehead, and 2 below his eyes running over his cheeks in the direction of his sideburns. He is over 2 meters tall. The amount of magicals coming from him is just ridiculous. He is not even trying to mask his aura. Behind him is a young-looking man standing at around 2 meters tall. He has purple eyes and hair, with yellowish skin. His presence is also massive but not quite like the one in front of him. Are they the giants WADEVV fought long ago? This much power, I wouldn't want to anger such a person. I thought. They both were walking towards me with a gentle but serious look on their faces. Welcome to the Holy Void Dharmagania. I am Dagruel, the king of the giants, and behind me is my younger brother, Glassard. We have been informed in advance about your visit. WADEVV is not present at the moment, but I have informed him of your arrival. Wow, he's nicer than he looks. I better reciprocate the attitude. Hello Dagruel-san, Glassard-san. You can call me Argent. It's nice to meet you, I said with a wide smile on my face. The pleasure is all ours. Please do not use honorifics with us, Argent-sama. We are but humble servants of WADEVV. Glassard said with a bow. No, you guys are strong. It's courtesy to respect the strong. And please do not use sama with me. You are not my subordinates. Let us just call each other by our names, how is that? I said. As you wish, Argent, Dagruel said with a smile. He probably isn't the type to be of person who is comfortable with being formal all the time. The smile on his face is that of relief. Well, while I wait for Velda-san, how about you show me your beautiful city while telling me more about yourselves? I'm eager to know. The strength they possess is no joke. How does one get so strong? Following what I said, the brothers took me around Dharmagania while telling me how they ended up here. The story isn't any different from what Velda-san told me. A single entity was born from the earth. A new race called True Giant. It caused widespread destruction around the world until it was stopped and separated into 3 independent entities by Velda-san. Dagruel the oldest brother, Glassard the second oldest, then the youngest Fen, who was apparently the one that rebelled and was subsequently sealed. Twilight was fascinated by them and thus used their genetic samples to create Kasara and Basara. Then those 2 siblings were used as templates for the creation of a new race called Giants. There are different variations of giants like the Cyclops, Hecatoncheires, etc. What differentiates Kasara, Basara and the others giant from Dagruel and his brothers is that Dagruel and his brothers are true giants, spiritual beings with absurd levels of strength, while the others are just giants, physical beings with great physical strength and magic resistance. The giants are long-lived. They are physically and magically gifted. I want to test the strength of Dagruel and his brother Kukukufufufu. I'm itching for a fight. Calm down, Argent, you'll get the opportunity soon. I calmed myself. I suddenly felt a weak presence behind us as we walked. The presence might be weak, but my instinct never lies. Whoever is behind us is giving the same vibes I feel from Velda-san. Who are you? I heard from behind before I could properly gauge the strength of the person. The atmosphere suddenly got cold. Looking behind, I'm met with a young lady no older than a girl in high school with fair skin, eyes the color of blue diamonds, and long, glossy pearl-white hair tied into twin tails reaching her waist. Her attire consists of an off-shoulder white and blue dress and blue boots. She also wears detached white sleeves, a blue star-shaped pendant and a gold headband. The moment we locked eyes I knew she was strong, too strong. Who is she? I feel like I know her. Velzard-san, you are here. This is Argent, the primordial silver and a friend of Veldanava-sama. He is here to pay him a visit. Dagruel introduced. Wait, that's Velzard. Wow, she's really grown. I remember that she was born about 1,000 years after I had come to in Veldanava's personal dimension. I also remember the birth of Velgrind and Veldora happened many years after, with Velgrind being born after Velzard, then Veldora coming next. I vividly remember the voice of the world announcing their birth. Although I had never met any of them until now. Veldanava always told me about them, like what they embody, how cute they were when they were younger and how they act around him versus in his absence. It was just a big brother gushing over his adorable little siblings. Hello, I'm. Before I could finish my sentence I felt the temperature of the surrounding drastically drop. So you're the one Oni-chan holds so much in high regards. The primordial demon of the silver lineage is of herd, you're weak. How did you manage to gain the attention of my older brother? She said with a disgusted look on her face. This is bad, this is bad. Did I piss her off or something? What am I saying? I've never met her before, so how could I have pissed her off? It's nice to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I meekly said. You're just as unsightly as I thought you'd be. You're so weak, my aura is enough to end your pitiful existence, she said. Big brother always has something to say about him. Argent this, Argent that. It has fueled my desire to meet the so-called Argent, but he isn't even worth the hype. Or could it be he is hiding his strength? Big brother couldn't have given his attention to someone so weak. I'll have to test him. Thought Velzard. Quote ... You must be mistaken. I tried to look at Dagruel for help, but he is looking the other, trying to avoid this entire situation. God, Dagruel, I thought we were hitting it off quite well. I never expected such betrayal from you. I wish to see what my brother sees in you to always be talking about you. Velzard said. Hold up. Talking about me? Is she jealous because Veldanava always talks about me? That is so immature. She should be millions of years old right now. How can she be so childish? Wait, I don't want to. Before I could finish, Velzard released her aura. The destruction her aura alone brought forth is bone-chilling. The entirety of Demargania was immediately enshrouded in a thick snowstorm. Is this truly the power of a true dragon? It's massive. Her magicals count was also immeasurable. It is way more than Dagruel's. Everything within Demargania was frozen in ice. I myself am freezing up. I release my aura to combat Velzard's freezing aura. Dagruel shields his brethren in his own aura. Velzard-san, stop this. You are causing so much damage to the land entrusted to me by Veldanava-sama. Dagruel yelled to try and get Velzard's attention, but it wasn't working one bit. Her attention is solely on me. Does she really intend to fight me? There's no chance of victory. Her aura alone has damaged me this much. There is no way I would be able to even exchange a blow with her. It is at this moment that I finally realized just how much Veldanava had been holding back against me during our spars. To be continued.